So here comes our lunch, directly delivered to the boat by the local Guna people, which were fishing this morning. So it looks like we're going to have a lobster today.
Looks very much so. Maybe a lobster pasta, who knows?
Yummy, yummy, yummy. They're so big. Look at them.
Good morning from another episode of The Way We Saw It from the Lykka sailing boat. We are at the place called the swimming pool, and now you can imagine why it is called the swimming pool. You can see the color of the water. And today it's basically going to be two activities: snorkeling and visiting that island. So not much going on this sailing boat, a part of the lobster you saw that we are going to have for lunch or dinner, and snorkeling. This is sea life.
So now it's time to kill a lobster. It's very sad, but necessary. They say this is the best method to do it because they die very, very quickly. And the rest, we leave it to the ocean.
Memories are chasing you away from my reality, breaking us into pieces. Once you were my dream. I don't know where we went wrong. You knew the answers all along. It's up to me to say to you, it's a waste of time, the things you do. Those summer nights, I'm letting you go. It feels too much, so I'm letting you go. Letting you go. Memories are chasing me away from my reality, breaking me into pieces. I wake up from my dream. I don't know where.
And here comes the snorkeler back home. Did you have a nice snorkeling trip?
Yes, so beautiful. I saw many lobsters.
Now we go and visit an island. Hopefully we find some sea stars.
Yeah.
Starfish it's called. And there is Lykka.
Look at this water, it's unbelievable. So beautiful.
We've arrived on another Kuna island, and here are some people living. The Kunas actually do not own these islands. This is all common goods, and the system wants that the families are regularly changed on these islands. So they come here and they stay a few months and then they move to another island. So this is sort of a common property, everything that the Kunas have. And if you want to sail in the San Blas Islands with your sailing boat, then you need to get a permit from the Panamanian government for a year. The fee is about $200, and then you pay extra to the Kuna about $60 a month, they come to your boat and they ask for that money. So freely sailing here is not possible, so you need to get organized. If you want to rent a boat and you're a skipper, then the best thing to do is to go to Colón, which is the north part of the Panamanian Canal, which is about 10 hours sailing from here. They have several marinas there, and probably you might find somebody there who can rent you your boat.
So here you can see some people living, and they're also trying to sell some products. This is like a beautiful
Mola,
fabric.
$1, tu voto.
Ah, okay. And Marty found a friend already. Look at this cute little dog. Hello. So the Guna people actually, they're using the coconuts to make fire and also to smoke the fish, because sometimes they're like catching a lot of fish at one day and then they want to preserve it, so they smoke it. And over there you can see there's like an oven where they make the fire and smoke it. And these beautiful shells here, they are all over the island. They're just like trash lying around, and they're so beautiful.
So eat the inside,
The shells, okay.
the take off
The meat, yes,
and put.
in the soup. So here we are in a Kuna kitchen, and they're just cleaning the fish. And they catched. And in the bucket behind you can see some shells also. And what they do with the fish actually is they smoke the fish here on this grid. And here you can see they're preparing another typical dish. It's some platano, cooked platano, and they put also the inside of the shells into this dish, into this soup or stew or whatever that is.
Behind you.
And that's a typical.
Prueba una, prueba.
This is the inside of the shell
inside
actually.
the shell. The name in Kuna is Cambombia.
Cambombia.
Bombia, sí.
Okay. So this is a typical Kuna house where they live, or that's their living room or bedroom. There's a hammock, a few bananas, a few clothes,
Aquí vengo mucho
and
a Coco Bandero.
but in this environment you don't really need a lot. So beautiful.
Regrese le trae.
So this area has a lot of coconut, and the Kuna people, they sell these coconuts to Colombia for 50 cents each. And from Colombia, big boats arrive here and pick up the coconut. This is very good business for Colombia because they have big plants, fabrics that prepare from coconut cosmetic products and oils to be used in food industry and in cosmetic industry. There's a lot of those fabrics in Colombia. In Panama, there's none. So Kuna is making big business from coconut.
So this is another little Kuna village on the same island actually. There are 4 families living here. And this is another family on this part.
This is your traditional dress,
Yeah, dress.
It's beautiful.
but they selling. Remove this and all the dresses is different, never repeat.
Okay.
All is different. Butterflies or birds.
So here on the shore there's a piece of a sailing boat, one piece, and actually over there is the rest. And Lorenzo told us that there was an unlucky sailor who touched the reef over there, and then the boat broke in 2 pieces. And even on this remote island you can see where all the plastic and the PET bottles end up to. They're all washed up here to the shore. So much garbage, and as usual mostly only plastic. Now we're just ready to leave the island, and there's a Kuna boat coming, and talking to the captain because they catch some pulpo. So it looks like they found a deer.
Dos,
Creo que sí. Pero este se enganchaba.
tres.
Van a poner a trabajar un montón ustedes, ¿no?
One thing when you come to San Blas Island, bring the highest sunscreen you can buy because the sun is so intense, I tell you. It's because it's close to the equator and it's coming straight from the top. And if you're not putting enough sunscreen, you will look like this, like a lobster.
Here's our lunch. Fresh lobster from this morning on the table.
So now we are leaving the Hollandaise Archipelago and going to Coco Bandero. Coco Bandero is actually over there where we wanted to sail yesterday, but the wind was so strong that the captain has decided that we take a longer sail to the Hollandaise Archipelago, which is very far away and not very touristic, and that was really beautiful. There were just some dolphins here jumping around us and in front of the boat, but of course until you have the camera ready and want to shoot them, they are gone. Maybe we have some luck and they're going to show up again. And over there where one of these sailboats is, that's where we're heading to. The wind is very low today, so it's a very slow and relaxing sail.
Behind me you can see the Cayos Holandesas. That's where we were this morning and this afternoon, from where we sailed to this place, which is an amazing place.
And here are actually 3 Kuna boats. They just arrived with the fishing of the day, and the boats are completely made from wood and have been repaired with some metal. When you look inside here, they even use some pots, some former pots to fix the boats. But what can you do if you have nothing on the island? You have to be creative. So this coconut which is lying here on the ground, when you ever come to Kuna Islands, never touch a coconut on the islands, because every coconut belongs to an owner. Even on the uninhabited islands, the coconuts belong to somebody. Don't pick a coconut from the tree, don't pick it from the ground, just don't touch them, because the Kunas get really upset. It's their money and they are selling them, as Marty was explaining to you earlier, to Colombia. So when you touch them, you get in big trouble.
We are currently having a spectacular sunset on the boat with this little tropical island as a backdrop. Can it get more kitschy than this?
With this beautiful sunset behind me, the San Blas sailing is coming to an end, and actually the captain is just driving with the engine the last 500 meters. We are coming to Nargana, which is the capital city of San Blas, or Kuna land actually. And tonight we will anchor here because tomorrow morning we have a very early pickup and we are going back to Panama City before we head off to a new adventure. This was an excellent experience, so if you want to visit San Blas Islands, I definitely recommend you to stay with the Luca boat. We will put the link below. It's very easy to book. You can book it via bookings. And thank you very much for watching these adventures from the San Blas Islands. The anchor is currently going down.
Ale is doing it.
Alexandra is doing it. She did an excellent job. She's also doing an excellent job in the kitchen and preparing delicious food. So thank you for watching this. Safe travels always wherever you are, and the next adventure is going to be again in Ireland and also in Panama. So stay tuned.